Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to give y'all a quick walk around now that I got it somewhat cleaned up. Got the top and doors off today. It's about 65 degrees here. Beautiful weather. So I'm going to show y'all all the features of the Jeep. I still don't know half of them, but I'm learning along the way. It's an off-road evolution Jeep. Based on their suspension, it's their lift kit. It's off-road evolution's lift kit. And it's got a bunch of their other parts on there. But first of all, the off-road evolution lift kit consists of coilovers and triple bypass shocks and long arm suspension. It's also got anti-rock bars up front. I'm doing a video. And also has PSC hydraulic assist.
I want to go to Waffle House.
Yeah, you want to go to Waffle House? Okay, can I finish this video? Is that okay? All right, Dynatrack Dana 60 up front. Has the high steering kit on here to keep all that above rocks. Custom made front bumper with a welded in grill guard. 10,000 pound worn winch. A bunch of extra lights up here. It also has fender flares. What's the brand? I can't believe I can't think of it. I'm sure everybody knows that brand. I can't remember the name. Also has Evolution off-road. Yeah, Poison Spider. That's right. Poison Spider fender flares. Has Evolution off-road sliders and armor. Also has armor in the rear. Evolution off-road, huge tire carrier for a 40. Rear end is also a Dynatrack Pro Rock 60. These are full float axles front and rear, 4-link front and rear, big ass Heim joints. It also has the cantilever suspension system, so it gives it more flex without all the shocks and coilovers stuffed into the fender wells in the rear. King bump stops. It does have one of the reservoirs up here, but other than that, everything's tucked underneath. Dual fire extinguishers in the back. ARB air compressor underneath the mat. It does have a hookup for external airline as well. Big ass Heim joints used for the tire carrier. Also has an Atlas twin stick in here, so you can control front and rear. It is a 6-speed manual. ARB air lockers front and rear. All the light switches, gauges, all that stuff. Also has a CB mounted up in here. Has an aftermarket add-in cage up front. It is a bolt-in, which I'm going to weld it in because it does make a little bit of squeaking noise right here where it bolts up when I drive it. So I'm going to actually tack weld it in. And Trek Armor seat covers. That's about it, honestly. We're going to do a full audio upgrade in here. I've got 4 tower speakers I put in the back. We got 4 8-inch subs that we're building a box for back here. I think I'm going with a DS18 soundbar that has like 6 speakers in it. And then I'm also going to... Go, Jojo, go. You're just messing stuff up. I'm also going to replace the front speakers as well. 40-inch mud grapplers, 40 by 1550s. They do stick out a good bit. They are super loud, retarded loud. And then 20-inch bead locks, which they do have their battle scars. At first, I didn't like that. I was like, man, I'm going to take them off and refinish them, get them all polished out. But I kind of like that they give it, they kind of give it cred. I mean, street cred for what they are, because that's what they look like when they're new. This is a brand new full-size spare. but I think it kind of gives it the cred to people. There's no confusing this for a mall crawler. You know, when people polish up their Jeep sometimes, when they clean it up, people assume it's never been off-road. Well, there's no mistaking that this has seen its use. So I think I'm going to leave them like this for a while. When we do replace tires, we're going to go 44 inch boggers next. So we're going to go 44 by 1950 boggers. So they'll be 4 inches taller and 4 inches wider than these. There's still plenty of room with this suspension. It's only set at 4.5 inches. You can crank it up to 8 inches. So, but the ride quality is fantastic. I drove it 600 miles all the way home from Ohio, set the cruise at 80, and it rolled just fine. It's got 538 gears in here, bone stock 3.8 V6 in here, which that's our next big upgrade is the motor. We're probably going to go with a built LS in here with a big cam in it, maybe a Whipple with a 4L80. That'll be our next upgrade once we make the YouTube money, because this whole Jeep was bought strictly with YouTube money. I saved up for 7 months, 100% money I've made off YouTube, and purchased this Jeep. So we bought it in hopes to make more money with it to create y'all more content. So we have we got big plans for it. What Jesse said, what's the miles per gallon? On the way home, it cost me 150 bucks in fuel to get home. I averaged it out. It was about 8.5 miles per gallon at 80 miles an hour. So I imagine if I go down to 60, 65, I could stretch it out, you know, 11, 12 miles per gallon maybe. But it's not that. I mean, I didn't buy it for that, so it ain't made to save gas. It's made to burn it. So it was I was more concerned with, can it run at highway speed safely and not drag its ass along. It did very well with the gear ratio. So that is that's my main concern. And of course it's a bit floaty. I mean, when you have a long arm suspension like this, no matter what, I mean, it's gonna feel floaty. You're not gonna sit there and do any circuit track racing with this thing, but it's the ride quality, man. It very good, very good. It's much smoother than my dually as far as driving down the road. My dually's a lot stiffer and a lot rougher. This Jeep was a more comfortable ride. These tires are super loud. They're retarded loud. Yeah, Max, man, it's 65 degrees here today, almost 70, and we went for a ride, me and the kids, earlier. So I did take the top and doors off. We are expecting rain tomorrow, so I will be putting it back on, or I might just stuff it in the garage because it does fit in the garage. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I think I got a good deal on it, and we paid $21,500 for this. So that's what it cost me to buy. It was $21,500. Like I said, that's all of my YouTube money for 7 months. But it's paid for. I don't owe a dollar on it. I was going to go get a new Gladiator for $60,000. A new stock Gladiator, and I'd end up putting another 30, 40 grand into it and be $100,000 into it. This one, once I'm done with the motor swap, I think I might be 40 grand into it by then. So I'll have $40,000 into it, and it'll be every possible thing you can do. There's no further upgrades as far as the axles, the suspension, the transfer case. That's it. That's as high as you can go. The Pro Rock 60s and the Evolution, Off-Road Evolution suspension system, you can't go any bigger than that. I mean, that's the best you can get for a daily drivable Jeep. So the motor upgrade will seal the deal, and so let's hope in the next 6 months or so I make enough money off YouTube to put the motor in here. So anyway, appreciate y'all checking it out. Next on the list for it, we're doing the wrap, we're doing the vinyl wrap, and then we are doing the audio system. So y'all stay tuned for that. And yes, I will do a video on the wrap. I have wrapped vehicles before. I'm not a professional, but I have taken my time and done it right. So y'all stay tuned.